Hey, this is us from the future realizing what we're talking about. This movie talks a lot about suicide. If that triggers you in any way, you may want to sit this episode out. Just saying. Or at least skip ahead to the end of the summary.
Warning, we are about to spoil the movie Jigoku. If you haven't seen the film, or you plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, or you just don't care, then please stick with us. Right.
What the fuck was that, Cameron?
What was what?
Stick with us? It's
So?
stick around.
So?
Don't go off the script, motherfucker. I will come over there and break your ankles. That's right. We're away from these now, mostly because the doctor said we can't keep replacing these damn things.
So now it's my ankles.
Okay, Cameron,
Yeah.
to get more into spirit with the movie, I thought I should really change the setup. So I put a baby on the roulette wheel.
Why? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. We're back again, and this time we're taking a little trip into darkness. A trip into the afterlife, where you go to a place that's pretty bad.
New Jersey?
I mean, that works too. That's basically what this is. But yeah, so today is an interesting movie because it is the final movie on the J-horror roots section of the wheel, which
has been our favorite section of the wheel.
Yeah, we've
gorgeous. We love it.
not had good luck with this wheel. And the funny thing is, this I guess I'll describe it after I say the opening. This is the 1960 movie, which is literally just the Japanese word for hell, Jigoku.
After going quiet for a bit, hold on, can we get a round of applause? Round of applause right now.
Okay, what's this for?
Because this is our highest rated of all the J-horror roots movies of a 5 out of 10.
Oh, 5 out of 10, everybody. We did it. We passed 4 and went to like 5.5 out of 10. Dude, oh, wow. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and the funny thing is, the whole reason I did the whole J-horror roots thing is just because, A, I love J-horror and thought it would be interesting, and B, there was a list online one time, and I think I said this for one of the J-horrors, but I'll reiterate it just regardless, of like different J-horror movies that you need to check out. And there were like 4 really early ones that were like predecessors to the whole thing. And it turns out they were all available on the Criterion Collection. So I'm like, okay, I'll get those and watch those sometime. And I never actually got around to watching them besides this movie. This was the only one of the 4 that I'd seen before. And the fact that this was just fine, it was weird, it was trippy, but, you know, you can kind of tell that, like, I had slightly higher hopes for it than what we got. Like, you can see that by just going in with solely this movie.
Yeah, so you could technically... Well, God damn it.
What?
You know what's ironic?
Huh.
Since this movie paved the way, you could say hell was paved with good intention.
That's beautiful. That is perfect.
The fucking irony here hurts.
It does. Damn, son.
God damn it. Also, if I say Jing, Goku. I don't know
Yeah.
why my brain likes Aang and N.
Yeah, for some reason
I'm saying it wrong.
he always adds an N. It's Jigoku, Jigoku, but he always says Jin
It's my
Goku.
Chicago accent.
Yeah.
I have to add the N.
So if he says Jin Goku, just ignore him. So just grab a glass of gin and ignore him, please. So
Oh, being drunk during this movie would have given it 6 out of 10. So
I was almost high during this movie, but turns out I got on too late, and we never got around to watching until the day.
I also
after.
would have been pissed if you weren't fucking sober like I was.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I had seen the movie before, and we needed someone.
Yeah, that's no excuse. I don't want to suffer through it alone.
Suffer, hey, but.
Hey.
But yeah, so I will let Justin take it away with the synopsis.
Okay.
You sound so excited.
I mean, because it's weird.
It's really weird. I don't think it's too complicated of a plot, but it's weird.
I'm going to call. Okay, how do you say his friend's name? Is it Tamura? Timur?
I'm gonna look up the cast
Tamura?
list. I think it's Tamura.
I think it's Tamura.
Let me look this up real quick. Tamura. It is Tamura. Tamur. I think it's Tamura. And then
Okay.
the main character is Shiro.
I know it's Shiro. Okay, there's Tamura. I'm going to call him Tam.
Okay.
I don't care. Okay. So there's this guy named Shiro. Shiro is not having the bestest time in the world. He was gonna get married to his girlfriend, and then his friend Tam came in and left a bad omen. Like, literally just drops violent war pictures on a table. Is like, I left you a bad omen, later fuckers.
Basically just looks at okay, there you go. Bye.
But Tam drives Shiro home one night. There's some drunk dude in the street, and Tam runs him over, but then just drives away. Turns out that dude was a Yakuza man who has a wife and a mother who figure out that Shiro was a part of the hit and run and is going to go kill him. But that's a bit of a later thing. Because it's a 60s J horror movie, so of course we need a mother and either fiance and or daughter who want revenge.
It was such a strange reoccurring theme of basically all of these movies. And I don't know if that was just, 60s sexism kicking in or something, like, oh no, women are empowered. Ooh.
I don't know if it's sexist to be like, hey, don't piss off a woman. They are super powerful and will fucking kill you.
That is true. I guess in a way it's progressive. Yeah, I guess. So.
Yeah, you could have a debate on that if that's progressive or not.
Yeah.
But Shiro's day doesn't get much better when I think he wants to go admit to the police that they did the hit and run because he can't take the guilt.
Because he's overwhelmed with guilt, so he confesses to his girlfriend what happened, and so he wants to go with the police and tell them and explain everything.
And she's like, we should walk. He's like, I can get a taxi. And he waves down a taxi. And then, in a 10-mile-an-hour crash into a light pole, his wife dies. Well, his fiance dies, and she was also pregnant, which we kind of knew, and the baby dies too.
Yep.
Also, the driver horribly dies, but we don't care about him, so moving on.
I guess fucking not. You see him briefly, just blood all over his body in the windshield. It's like, fuck him, I guess.
Fuck that guy. And just to make things... Well, first off, Tam is like... Tam is like, you tried to snitch on me, but guess what? I fucking stopped you. And to make Shiro's life worse, he gets a call basically saying his mother is dying in an old folks' home, and he should come there to just, at the very least, if she does pass, to see her off.
Yeah, because he actually leaves, and this is where they kind of introduce the subplot of the Yakuza's mother and daughter. What was I gonna say? Fucking. Whoa. Okay.
What?
I just got deja vu.
Deja vu.
This is where they introduced the subplot with the wife and daughter trying to kill him because she saw the accident, and she basically
The
says,
mother
"Oh, well,
saw the accident.
yeah," but he happened since he was down, went to get drunk at the strip club they worked at and runs into the daughter, and he spends the night with the daughter, fucking all his problems away basically. And then she's like, "Oh," she realized who he was, and she's like, "Can I see you tomorrow or something?" He's like, "Sure," but then he gets the call about his mother, and he stands her up because he's on the train already on his way to the old folks home.
Yeah, so they go to the old folks' home. Tam also shows up later,
Yeah.
but at the old folks' home, there's like someone who looks like his fiance. His dad is literally cheating on his wife in the other room.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Like within earshot too. So
Yeah, like through a paper thin wall. And we basically just see a lot of suffering here for a while. The old folks home, the doctors who are running the old folks home don't care about the old people and are basically getting them killed and misdiagnosing them.
yeah, they're getting them killed, misdiagnosing them, and they're malnutritioned because they're not feeding them enough.
Yeah. The two the Yakuza ladies catch up with Shiro, and when about to execute him on a bridge, the daughter the wife of the Yakuza man just trips and falls off a bridge to her death. Then fucking Tam Tam shows up and he's like, "See, you're a murderer." Or no, Shiro was about to kill himself because he was blaming himself for the car crash, and he blamed himself for that too.
Yep.
Even though both were not his fault. He's about to kill himself with her gun, but Tam comes and he's like, "No, just live with it, man. It's easy." And then after scuffling for a quick minute, because this is mostly all Tam's fault, Tam falls off the bridge too and dies.
Yeah.
So then Shiro goes back, has sex with the mistress that was having sex with his dad. His dad gets mad. Everyone else in the old folks' home is drink. Well, the old people are partying because the doctor had someone catch a bunch of fish, but they're all like they're dead fish, so it's basically poison.
Yeah.
And all the doctors and people who are actually eating fine and making money off these old people, I assume, are drinking and partying. The mother of the Yakuza comes in and gives them all poisoned alcohol, so they all die. Tam shows up again, just back from the fucking dead.
Yep.
But this isn't explained. Also, the woman that the dad and son were fucking fell down some stairs during a scuffle, so she's dead too.
Mm-hmm.
The mother strangles Shiro. I forget how the dad dies. Also, the parents of Shiro's fiance were there and apparently jump in front of a train.
Well, yeah, because they do imply that because like they go and then you hear like the train go. I don't know. It's just
Well,
weird.
no, they say that they jumped in front of a train before everyone's dead.
Yeah. Wow.
Basically, everyone's dead. Just everyone dies.
Yep.
And goes to hell.
Everyone just dies and goes to hell. Yep.
And Shiro actually runs into his fiance again, and she's like, "I was pregnant, and the baby is going to be forced to suffer in hell," because Japanese hell is like way worse than Christian hell. Yeah, I gotta say,
honestly,
like they are petty down there. You accidentally kicked an ant 5 feet. Guess what? You go to the 8th layer of hell.
Yeah. That's like for some.
And that's only fire hell. You don't even want to know about ice hell.
Yeah, because for some fucking reason, like the babies that are unborn are just there forever unless you rescue them or something. It's like, why? They didn't do anything.
No, it was any child that dies before their parent.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Rude. But Shiro is basically running through the different levels of hell trying to get his baby to save it. Uh, this is gonna be well, okay. One revelation that we find out is Shiro's fiance is his sister, and he isn't mainly in hell because he committed incest.
Yeah, that was just ugh.
That happens.
That happens. Just comes right the fuck
Also,
out of nowhere.
Cam is a demon,
Yeah, he's a demon, and yeah, he's one of the best parts.
which you
of this
kind of
movie.
could have guessed because he actually teleported around a lot.
Yeah, he teleported around a lot, and he just knows everything about everyone.
Yeah. um. Basically, we go through a final girl circuit of suffering in hell until Shiro finds his baby on a wheel, and the devil says like, if you get this is your last chance, Shiro. If you save your baby, you may be able to save your baby, but it's kind of implied that he'll just be forever stuck trying to save the baby. He's like on one end of the wheel and the baby's on the other and he can't reach it.
Yeah.
Greek tragedy, I guess. End of movie.
Then like the sister and the other person appear. They're like, Shiro, where are you? With the umbrellas. It just gets really weird.
And then we see that the old folks home is also going to burn down. So none of these bodies will be found.
Yep. So yeah.
The end.
So yeah, whatever the fuck the message this film was, I have no idea.
Everyone sucks and you're going to hell.
Just being honest, like, what is even the point? Like, it's just terrible people who go to hell. And because I know, like, the main draw of this film is like, the gratuitous torture scenes in hell. So that's what it's mostly known for and remembered for, and the weird ass imagery. It gets really trippy towards the end.
Yeah. Okay, we can go over the bad because there is actually, surprisingly for J-horror roots, there is something good to talk about in this movie.
Surprisingly, I think the good will outweigh the bad in this case. So.
Yeah, the good at least give it a reason to be watched.
Yes.
For the bad, there's just some moments that are like, I jokingly said the 10-mile-an-hour car crash, but seriously, the car crash that kills his fiance, the car basically just dink against the lamppost, and all of a sudden everyone in the car is dead.
Yeah, it's well, except for Shiro, of course, but
except for Shiro.
But yeah, like they didn't even try to like speed up the footage or like make it look fast. It's just literally, yep, boom, and just like it hard cuts then to the guy just all bloody like in the windshield, and the girl's dead. She's like dying. I don't want to die. And we were just joking throughout the rest of the movie. It's like, we're sorry that your girlfriend was just made of glass. Jesus.
So, she's the exact description of the guy from the one from the chocolate SpongeBob episode. Yeah. I wake up every morning and I break my legs.
Yeah, it's like who would have died? Like, I'm wondering too, what the hell happened to the driver? How did it get so bad that he died and he was like hemorrhaging? Like, what happened? What, did he have like a spear in front of him or something? Like, what the fuck?
The lamppost was also Yakuza and pulled out a fucking submachine gun and just unloaded into the car.
Fucking right. God. So that was weird. So some of the, like the effects are pretty good for the most part, but there are some moments where it's like, yeah, it's a little outdated.
Well, there's just some really stupid deaths. Like also the wife of the Yakuza guy who just trips.
Yeah. Yeah, like
they're like talking on a bridge, and then just her heel messes up, and she fall. Even though we see the ropes are like above chest level, she somehow trips hard enough to go over them.
She either goes over them or through them, and it's like, how is that even possible? Judging from the ropes, like those ropes are literally made to catch someone who is about to fall. How did you manage to fuck that up?
You ever just trip over your own feet and launch yourself 10 feet in the air?
Yeah. We were just wondering how that was physically possible. It was kind of hilarious, honestly.
Actually, now I'm thinking of the mini game in Skate 3 where you're supposed to break your bones
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
and you curl up in a ball to spring yourself up to go higher and keep going.
Yeah.
She just does that, like she tripped and then just extends her legs
Yeah.
to launch herself off the
It's like a
bridge.
fucking kung fu movie. She has like 10 flips into the air and then falls down.
I love
Oh
how
god.
it's obviously a doll, like a stunt
Yeah.
dummy. Just, I mean, it hits hard, but it's still
Yeah.
so obvious that it's funny to me.
Yeah, like, and oh, dude, when we get to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, there's a very similar moment, and man, they linger on it. Like, it was a very similar effect of someone like falling off a cliff or something, and it's just like, man, that was not convincing, and you did not need to linger on it that long.
Are we talking like original Ninja Sex Party music video levels of dummy?
Pretty close. Like, it's very clearly like
Ooh.
the guy is rigid. Like, the body isn't even flailing. I think it's like a rigid body. It just falls and hits.
Oh, they didn't even use a ragdoll. It's just a
I don't think
stiff
they
ass
did.
dummy.
From what I remember, I just remember just looking at that and thinking, "Wow, that is the worst effect in the movie."
Uh,
And then they do it twice too, which is great. They do it for her, and then they do it for fucking
Tam.
Tam, who flies over somehow.
But to be fair, Tam was actually thrown over the
Yeah.
edge, so his makes sense.
Yeah, like he was struggling with Shiro to get the gun, and Shiro threw him over. So that, yeah, but she just trips and then whee! God. Oh. What else bad can we think of? Like, I don't think there's much else, is there? Just
I think the middle of the movie drags
Yeah.
pretty hard.
I would agree with that. I would agree there's some pacing issues because most of the middle of the film
Good evening and welcome to the middle of the film.
takes place in the old folks' home.
Yeah, I can't think of any other real problems I have.
Yeah.
But then again, I could just be forgetting the movie, even though we only watched it yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. But because the thing is, like, you can see like the lower budget a lot sometimes. Like the one scene in the nightclub where it's just like that one low angle and following her around the room. It's like,
Oh yeah, where it's clearly a basement, but they put it at a low angle so you can't see the room.
yeah, it's clear in a basement. They just add like a light on one side and just a couple chairs here. It's like, there you go, strip club. They won't be looking at that anyway with the girl weaving her skirt all over the place. But
Ooh, how risque.
yeah. But yeah, I could kind of appreciate it from that point because this was very clearly a much lower budget movie. But that was something I kind of appreciated about it because it's like they did a lot with what they were given, like especially like the gore and the gratuitous scenes in hell. Those were really well done.
Oh yeah, with this low of a budget, the hell scenes are fucking incredible.
Yeah, honestly, like back in 1960, this must have been like shocking if it ever came to the States. Because was the Hays Code still in effect in 1960 in the States, or
Yes,
Okay.
1960s we still had Hays Code.
yeah? So
That's why Ocean's 11 had to deal with Hays Code. Go watch
Yep.
our Ocean's 11 episode so you don't have to watch the original Ocean's 11.
honestly, it's not worth it. We were just talking to a friend about this today. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fucking that I appreciate about it, and just the story was. I know this wasn't exactly a high bar, but for all the J horror ones, the story actually did stuff, and stuff happened, and we had some tension. Like it was like we have what makes a basic movie story work. It's not just long shots of grass for fucking an hour and a half.
Honestly, stuff happens. It's actually interesting. Also, we
Yes.
should probably go more into why hell is interesting rather than just saying it's cool.
No, I know. Yeah, we'll go into that. So if you have stuff to say, you can go ahead.
Hell is honestly pretty beautiful, especially when like the purgatory waiting area you first see where it's this white river and the black and colorful sky,
Yeah.
which sounds weird. It just basically imagine a painting that is a black canvas and someone and someone starts doing watercolors on it. That's what it looks like, and it looks so just beautiful.
It's really pretty, and just it's whatever the shores of hell is what I called it, and it just looks gorgeous. Yeah. And then just,
over there, Lone Wolf and Cub is taking their daily intro walk.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And fucking just what the inventiveness of it, like the different types of torture that people have to go through and all that stuff. So
excuse me. Well, actually, some of them I'm pretty sure were based off Dante's Inferno.
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. Either Dante's Inferno or just, traditional Buddhist hell, I guess, like what they talk about at the beginning.
I didn't even know Buddhism had a hell.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where we just haven't looked into it and we're a little ignorant. So forgive us of that. So
forgive us about that. The river where people are drowned, or... Well, I think in Dante's Inferno, there's a river where people are drowning, but they have all they want to... They're also thirsty type deal.
Yeah.
But this one, it is basically a sewage line and mixed with pus, and everyone's dehydrated, but you can drink as much as you like.
Yep, pretty much, and that's one guy's punishment from the war, because we find out that he let his buddy die of thirst. So it's really weird how I have to pause before saying that, because if someone starves to death, you just say starvation, starves to death. But if it's thirst, it's die of thirst. There's no die of thirstation or something. I don't know.
Die of thirstation.
I always want to say they die, they thir, and then I stop myself and died of thirst.
Yeah, die of there isn't just a word for it. You have to say of your thirst or dehydration.
Yeah, it's not just dehydration. But
that is odd.
Yeah, but so that was his punishment. He's dying of thirst, and then a bunch of other people are there. It's oh well, you're thirsty. Here you go. Here's what's basically raw sewage mixed with pus. Ugh.
I love the devil. I know he's given a name, so that's why I keep calling him the devil.
Yeah, but he's basically the devil. So
yeah, but I love him narrating over all their tortures. He just sounds like such a dick.
He does,
which is great.
It is. It's what makes it great. And let's just be honest. Tam is so much fun in the movie.
Oh, whoever the actor is that played Tam, had just the best goddamn time.
Yoichi Numata was his name.
Hats off to him. He was having a fucking ball.
Yeah, he was having a lot of fun just playing this demon, just taking great pleasure in torturing people.
Just his cartoony reactions and movement are so much fun to watch. He steals almost every scene he's in, especially after the first half of the movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So he's just having so much fun. It's just, he's one of the best parts of the film. He was so good. That's interesting. He was in Jigoku, but he was apparently also in the 98 Ring movie. Really?
Huh.
I wonder who he was. I think I actually might know who he was, because I saw the original Ring not too long ago. So,
was he the main ghost girl?
that would be fun.
Would be very Shakespearean.
Yes. Oh, but yeah, so that was good. And just all the scenes of hell and torture, just very creative and very trippy and very well done. So it just goes all out with it.
The gore is fucking intense for a 60s movie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
One guy gets flayed, and you see his skeleton and all his organs pulsing inside him as he looks down screaming.
Yeah, they rip off his skin or whatever, and he's just, like you said, now you get flayed or something. So,
and you see you see people's eyes get plucked out. Yeah. Some people get rebar shoved through their neck. It's honestly pretty fucked.
It really is. And I mean, it's I know it's hell. Come on. What do you expect? It's
That's fair.
And really funny thing about that is I was reading. There's a little bit on a tiny little section on Wikipedia about the production, and
Uh-huh.
oh, was that the director? Let me see. I know. Nobodo, I don't know how to pronounce that one actually. But he asked this guy to write the script, which was originally supposed to be called Heaven and Hell, under producer Mitsuo Orgoa. And the producer read the script and then angrily said that to the scriptwriter. He said, "Heaven is nowhere to be seen in the script." To which he jokingly replied, "I'll write about it in the sequel." It's great.
That's a good response, I gotta say.
Yeah, just jokingly replied, "I'll write about heaven in the sequel." But yeah, honestly, it's worth it just for the hell scenes and Tam Tam alone. Like, it's one that I would say I'm probably not going to rewatch again, but it's something that we can at least respect. So.
Yeah, with how just insane the ending gets, that part is 100% worth watching. If you don't want to sit through the rest of the movie, I'd say watch the last third.
Yeah.
Because as a surrealist or even a new wave, I don't know if the Japanese new wave started in the 60s. I know French new wave was starting around then.
Yeah.
But it feels very new wave, even if it is pre-new wave. And just the surrealism that is brought in there is worth the watch and the creativity and violence mixed with the odd beauty of hell.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Is really interesting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. So
I can respect it from an artistic standpoint, but
yeah.
as a movie, it's whatever.
It's fine. It's definitely worth a watch. So I wouldn't say it's rewatchable, but it's worth a watch. So
my 5 out of 10 is I'm not going to tell anyone not to see it, but I'm not going to fully endorse a viewing of it either.
It's like, yeah, if you're like really curious and you really want to watch it, go right ahead. So It's the first J-horror movie that at least gets a begrudging recommendation.
Hooray.
We have a movie that we say, yeah, it's fine. Great. So that's the highest so far of the J-horror roots. God.
Fuck, that's what we should watch a J-horror movie for Halloween next year,
Yeah.
like an actual good one, just so we don't sound like we shit on Japan's horror movies.
Oh no, we don't. Like I've said multiple times throughout this, I love J-horror. It's just these happen to not be all that good. So yeah, because I have a bunch of them from Arrow Video on Blu-ray, so I'll pick one of those out for us to fucking watch.
But none of them will have Fall Break.
We'll have what?
That's a dead meat joke. I fucking...
Fall Break?
Yeah, there's a movie called The Mutilator, and it opens with the original song singing about Fall Break, and fucking James H. during some videos, he'll mention Fall Break and just play the quick clip of the song going, Fall Break! It makes me laugh every time.
I know that! Shit, now I feel like an idiot. Of course I know Fall Break.
Fall Break!
Yeah. That's right. Wow, thanks, brain. How could I forget Fall Break? But my brain doesn't have Fall Break in it. Fall Break. But yeah. So we.
His Fall broke his legs. Fall Break.
That's a good one. God damn it.
God damn it.
But yeah, so we may do that for Halloween next year. So we actually have a good J-horror. I would love that. So yeah,
that'd be nice.
So without further ado,
there's further ado.
There's further ado, and we have to spin the wheel.
First thing, it's fucking recording. Jeez.
God, I wonder what we'll land
this
on.
Is, yeah, it's fucking mystery. What it may be. Like, who knows what it could possibly be?
It's a complete mystery. Wow, yeah.
Let's go ahead and Bin.
God, so many movies. I'm gonna have to use my telepathy. Oof.
Okay, I bet you can't guess the movie.
It's Platoon.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you got it. Yeah, we're finishing off Wheel 2. It's with the final movie, a Cinefix Pix of In a World.
All right. Yes, In a World, ladies and gentlemen.
And that will be coming out on Christmas. So it's a Christmas movie now. You can't stop it.
It's just how it is, guys. Sorry.
It is what it is.
So stay tuned for that, and that will be the Wheel 2 end. Wow, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, that will be our end of the year episode, and then we're going on break for a good while.
Yep. So look forward to that. God knows I am, because I know next to nothing about this movie. So
I know nothing about it either, other than it's good.
Yep.
Well, I've heard it's good. I don't know if it is actually good.
We will see. So thank you so much, everybody.
I am the best critic I know. I always agree with me.
Well, I would hope so. So we'll see you next time, guys. Anything else to add, or are you good?
No, just you ended it.
All right, fine. All right. I fucking see how it is.